everybody. This is Dana from the Freedom Please channel and essenceofme.com. I am coming on today with a Yarn Crafters chat video. This video is going to be an update video, and I'm going to also kind of fill you guys in on what's going on. I have been out of town almost all week, and I looked on to just check comments and all that stuff and realized it's been a really long time since I updated you all, and so much has happened in the past couple of weeks. So for my crafters, go ahead, hit pause, I'll wait, and then jump back in. I guess I could show you all what I'm working on, even though I cannot work on this and talk at the same time, but I can still show you. So I showed you all in a haul a while ago. I showed you all in a haul. That was so corny. When I did a haul for my Knit Picks purchases, I showed you this eggplant yarn. It is a wool, 100% wool. It was in my haul of, and this is actually not the pattern that I bought it for, but I was so excited about using the palette because they have so many different colors for palette, so I just used it anyway. And here's where I am. I am making a top-down triangle shawl. You hear the plastic because on my trip this week, this is what I carried it in to protect it in my carry-on bag. So, here it is. I'm being very careful because I'm still knitting from the... Am I the only one that whenever I'm working on pieces, I always hold my breath, make, you know, as if it's going to fall off? And so here's the top, the garter, stitch edge, and here's the, I'm starting the bottom where it's going to be a lace bottom, and you really can't see it because I actually just started it. So you can only, like, here's the one little hole, but you can't even see it in the video. I've been working on this thing for so long, and I'm going to tell you why. And I mean, this is the Yarncrafter chat. So I purchased a while ago, and I showed you all a huge package. I'm trying to make sure I'm not losing anything of importance because you all know I do not edit this stuff out, so just forgive me in advance. I purchased a huge package of these bamboo circular needles. I think they're between 24 and 32 inches. I'm not sure. This was the first time that I have used the smaller size. I've used this before. I love to use them when I do the magic loop, especially when I'm finishing hats. But this is size 4. And I was running into an issue, and I'm going to show you the issue. And I can't recall if I've showed you before. If I have, then forgive me. But if you can see here, here's the needle. Here's the join between the bamboo needle and the plastic tubing. And they are almost exact same size. Right along right there in that this little portion here actually goes a little bit wider than the needle, and then it kind of slims down, and you can't see that portion, but it was causing me to have issues with sliding the shawl around, on top of the fact that I am a tight knitter, but I'm the same way with crocheting. So today, well, while I was on my trip, it was giving me problems, but it did just fine for traveling, which served its purpose, but it was kind of getting annoying, and I knew I did not want to be frustrated by stopping and sliding when it was time to get to the lace border. So today I went to my local yarn store, and it is called, I don't want to get it wrong because they were such sweethearts, and I'm going to talk more about them in just a second. And I'm going to also try my best to include the shop's information in the description box. And no, this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I'm going to tell you why I want to share more on them. But the shop is called Park Avenue Yarns. I went there today, and I actually was sitting in the airport in Denver, Colorado. I had plenty of time to burn. So I was listening to my music and I was knitting on my shawl. And I just was having so many issues that I thought, you know what, I've got to find a better needle to use. I was not able to use my Denise knitting needles because the size that I needed was smaller than I have for my set. And so I gave them a call. I'd been there before a couple of times, but I never really purchased anything. I love walking in there because they just have beautiful yarn. But when I talked to one of their clerks, I believe it was a clerk, she was just so sweet. I know I'm going on and on, but the point is, I got home last night. This morning, I knew I wanted to kind of get some rest. I'm trying to catch up on sleep, but I needed to go find another needle to finish to work on this shop. And I had my eye on something, but I didn't know if that's what I wanted to go with. Long story short, or I guess it's really not short, I called her and she said, well, just bring in the project with you and you can just use the needles here to see which ones you like. I went in this morning and they were just so sweet. She pulled out she pulled me out some Addy. I wanted still circulars. She pulled me out some Addies, the regular turbo Addies, the turbo Addies that are lace, also the Knitter's Pride, and in the carbon. Oh my goodness. And so she pulled them all and was like, well, go in there and have a seat. I went to go have a seat, and it just so happens that Friday mornings, all of these ladies get together and they knit and crochet and they cackle and they drink coffee and they eat snacks, and it was just heavenly. So much so that my husband called, thought I got lost. So I was able to try all of those needles on, while I was working my piece to see which one worked best. And they were all familiar with the needles. Not only the shop owner, or the yarn shop owner, but also the other clerk and the ladies that were around the table. There were couches in there and chairs and table chairs and all that. So it was just fantastic. So I end up purchasing, as you can see, because this is what I was working on and there's nothing on here anymore. I purchased the Addy Turbo Lace needles. Here is, because I'm actually knitting on it now. This is in the length, I think it's 32 because they did not have 24, I believe. Oh, this is size 40 because they did not have the 32 at the time. I wanted the longer one because I know that I like to do magic loop. I also want to do more of these shawls, and there is a pattern book that I purchased a while ago that I love the patterns in there, and most of them, the size of the needles run smaller than my sets that I have now, or my interchangeable that I have, because I have the Denise, and then I don't want to use the bamboo again because of this issue, because it will be the same issue being that I'm still using this lighter weight yarn. So the combination between using this sock yarn, I think this is lace actually. Oh, fingering weight. Using the fingering weight yarn requires me to use the smaller needle versus my standard needle that I've used in the past. So this was just a good deal to go ahead and purchase. And so, yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm excited about it. I purchased more than one. I purchased a size 4 and I purchased a size 3. And I already am loving the joints. I'm going to show you on the pack that a new one. It's really smooth. The carbons were awesome, but I like the lace for what I'm doing because of the difference in the tip. Let's find something dark. My desk is a mess. And yes, for all of you people that ask me over and over again to do more videos of just talking, here you go. Let's see, can you see that? See the point on that? And let me show you the difference between this and that. Can you see that? I'm sorry, you have a little bit of glare. The tip on this starts right about in here. The tip here starts down there. It's almost twice the length, and it's sharper. I would say I'd take pictures, but I know I won't. Because after I finish this, I'm going to sleep. And actually, the ends are similar. But look at the difference in the joins and the cables. See how thin this is? It's almost twice the size. I mean, I have a mixture of people that knit and people that crochet. I have some people that knit and they've been doing it a long time, and some that have not. And so as I've been trying the different brands of needles, I just like showing because I haven't heard anybody talk about it. Maybe I'm watching the wrong videos, but these joints are important, especially because if I knit tight, if it's too thick, it doesn't easily slide up, which slows you down. And so, yeah. Now, everybody in the shop wanted to know where they could get my bag. Because I carry my little crochet bag. I don't have it over here. I carried my bag, and everyone wanted to know how they could get one. So I was like, you have to show us how to make them. But I had a wonderful time with the ladies. Now, if you all have any questions about it, let me know. I'll keep you updated. I still love the bamboo. They were just a kill as far, I mean, a steal as far as the price is concerned. But I'm excited about trying these out. I also wanted to, what I liked about the fact of going in that particular shop and having people that were experienced with the needles, it was helpful because she was able to kind of go by what I was telling her and help me narrow down the options. Also, they had a set of the Addy interchangeables, and she was able to share her experience with the needles, and it kind of sounded like the issues that I had when I used the knit picks. And part of it I know is me because I knit tight. The other part is that they have a different join, and I like the join that I get from the Denise. I like the join. I just need to go on there and I guess see if they have smaller sizes. But if these work out well, I really do believe I will consider putting the Addy interchangeable set on my Christmas list. Okay, so what else is going on? I have not been able to stay as active as I like on my blog concerning the 31 days of yarn crafting for a cause, but I am still knitting and crocheting. I have not been able to record a tutorial for the hat patterns. I have half of it recorded, but I can't do the other one because I cannot find my stand. And for the past week I was out of town. I have another trip coming up this week, and then I have another trip next week. So that's why I wanted to just come on and do an update video so I would not have a huge span of time between videos. This past week, I hope that you're still crocheting, knitting. This past week I had an opportunity to go to Vail, Colorado for the very first time. Had a fantastic time. I went to a conference there for people looking to get better at speaking publicly, and not just your general body, well, they did talk about body language, but not general things, I guess, whatever that means. More so, it was about how to craft and structure messages that encourage and engage the audience. And I had a great time. It was so tiring though, but it was awesome. We had to deliver a speech every day for 3 days, and we were there for 4 days, and it was cold. One morning it was 22 degrees. It was snowing. For anybody that I did post a couple of pictures on Facebook as well as Instagram, but I didn't post a lot of pictures. We were so busy, I wasn't worried about posting pictures. And so I just had a great time. I had a really, really, really good time. It was challenging, and I look forward to what's going to happen next. I have some things that I'm working on, and that was just one of those big steps that will lead me to what's coming in the future. What else? Oh, I have to show you all something. Now, I didn't know if I should show you this, I don't know, but I'm going to show it anyway. I mean, it's not bad. I've been thinking about, you know what? Before I show you something, I have to show this one last thing from the store. Because I didn't get enough to do a haul video. I just didn't. I mean, you could always do a haul video, right? But hey, this is an update. I purchased this thing. Well, I didn't purchase it. I actually got the single serve. I don't think this is considered a single serving. What is this? Oh, I'm so tired. Okay, the single use maybe of it's okay. This is a single serving or gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm just really in need of sleep. This is because for this, I believe now that I will have this shawl done probably within the next day or so before I go for my next trip. And this is a sample to use for blocking, to hand wash the shawl before you lay it out to block. And so I will keep you all hope up. Oh, they're posted. I'm so sorry. And I'm not going to edit this out. Y'all, please just give me a pass. So, I'm going to use it to block my shawl. And if I like it, I'm going to go back and get the bottle. But they had this single use to try. So I'll keep you posted on that. If you've used it, the company is Eucalan, Eucalan. I'm just like a mess right now. Okay, I also purchased. I know I was not supposed to be buying yarn, but I could not pass this up, and I know this lighting is not going to do it any justice. But look at this. Look at this. This is a silky alpaca lace. It is like a warm turquoise color with hues of green and maybe even maybe even like a black. Look at that. It is just, it's beautiful. It is really beautiful. I may take a picture of this and put it on my Instagram or it may something because I don't know. It's 460 yards. But this is what I bought at the store. Okay. So that's what I purchased. Now, what I wanted to show you all that I wasn't quite sure about, and yes, this video I see is running long, but it is. Look at my updated logo. Are you ready? You're going to see it backwards, but it's handmade by Dana. And this is one of my tote bags. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that design. I still kept my butterfly, like all the essence of me. I love butterflies. And yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think about that. Also, I have my first sample in from a t-shirt that I signed. You ready? It says God's a Knitter Too. And this is based on Psalms 139, 13, 14. And I'm going to, if you're interested in getting a t-shirt, let me know. I will put a link in the description box. And I'm going to actually just go by, because I've already been wearing them. But go by interest. If you all are interested, let me know, and then I'll put it up. But I have some other designs coming too. So, and you will see my logo there on the, I designed this yarn ball or a skein of yarn with the logo on there. So, yeah, I've been busy and going. So what are you working on? What have you been up to? How is your fall going into winter knitting and crocheting going? What most importantly, right? What are you working on for holiday gifts? I know you have got to be starting on your holiday gifts. It is the middle of October, so you have a few months left. So I'm sure people are buying yarn, buying patterns. So what are you working on? Um, I've got so much going on. I'm going to finish this piece, of course, and then I have this pattern that my mom wants me to make for her. So I'm going to do that first and then get back on the rest of my other items. So tell me what you're working on, how you're doing, and if you have any questions or comments about this video. I am going to put, I thought I dropped my piece, my shawl. I'm going to put the information in the description box for Park Avenue Yarns. Before I close out this video, I wanted to um, talk about this for just a couple of minutes. I went to the shop before, and I did not tell you all the name of the shop because I was so like blown away by the cost of some of the skeins of yarn. And today when I got home after going to the shop and staying there for, I think I stayed there for like 4 or 5 hours, I knitted, I talked, I laughed and all that. I really had to kind of check my thinking about the experience as a whole. The first thing that I had to think about was rethink the pricing structure. Realizing that the prices that you have in a small boutique yarn store is not going to be the same as going to a box store. And so after spending so many hours there, I realized that I wouldn't want it to. This shop is owned by a woman, and I met her daughter. My head wraps crazy. I met her daughter, and so she's a mother, and it's a woman-owned business, and it was such an inviting environment. I mean, they had a little kitchen where you could just go grab a cup of coffee that was complimentary. I mean, it was just very warm and cozy and similar to if you were sitting at home with girlfriends. And so I really am going to challenge myself to be more of a supporter, whether it's of her store or similar stores, because although I do like going to box stores, as a person that is a small business owner, it's a blessing to be able to support other small business owners, especially other women that own their own businesses. No offense to the men that watch my videos, but I just think that's just something wonderful about that. Also, just the fact that it was so cozy and friendly, and the people were knowledgeable, and they carry a lot of the yarns that you cannot buy at a normal box store, which is a good thing as well. So I guess what I'm saying when I say that, oh, I checked myself about the pricing. I checked myself about, well, that was all of it. Just really in the mentality that goes into that. So I am hoping after I get through, of course, the yarn I already have and bought another skein today, I am going to really challenge myself to just start. I'm going to go and be a part of the weekly um, knit along or thing that's going on there as much as I can, and start, whenever I'm going on that yarn hunt, I'm going to start looking there as well. And I know it may not be all the time, but at least as much as I can, especially if I'm in there every week. Well, if I'm there every week, my husband may ban me. And so maybe I'll even be able to do a little interview with the owner of the shop. Let's see, I think that's it. I hope this message finds you all well, that your week is going well, and that you're ready and excited for the weekend. You can always visit me online at essenceofme.com. You can message me here. I'd love to know what you're working on and to interact with you all in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the new logo that I have for some of the things that I have coming up, as well as what you think about my t-shirt design, and if any of you may be interested in purchasing one. And that's it. I'm out of here. I'm going to go to bed and get some rest, and then get some work done. So take care. I'll talk to you all hopefully sooner than later, and goodbye.